Here are 8 things that I learned from my first 140-mile ride, and the last one makes all the difference for the 200-mile ride I have coming up in a few months. Let's get to it. So number 1 is gonna be sunscreen. I'm glad that I packed a little travel thing of sunscreen. So I started with sunscreen, obviously on before I started the ride, but it's really early in the morning, and then a few hours later, I just got it out of my pack, a little travel thing, used it, and then threw it away, so I'm not using extra weight or anything like that. That was really helpful. The one caveat though, is I did miss on both of my arms on the backside. So that's been a week and it is still burnt, which is kind of a bummer. Now, number 2, again, you're gonna have an early start on these longer rides. So we started at 6 o'clock in the morning and it was still a little chilly. The afternoon was hot and sunny, but the morning was chilly. So I used just these arm sleeves. I actually got these the day before, so I'm really glad I brought them. These are from Rock Bros. I'll link them on Amazon. You can get them like AliExpress as well. So they're super inexpensive, but they made all the difference to just wear them between your glove and your jersey. They just go on really nicely. So that helped me stay a little bit warmer in the morning. And then I wore them actually for the first 47 miles up until the second stop, kind of keep the sun away at that point. Number 3 is to drink and fuel early. So the first part of the race, you're gonna be in a peloton, just a big group, everyone's really excited. So I was struggling to keep up with that. We were going much faster than I'm used to or that I trained on. So I didn't drink or eat any of my food. And so it was 27 miles once I kind of separated from the peloton. And at that point I was playing catch up for the next 27 miles or so, just drinking, eating. So my recommendation or something that I will do differently is to pack. I had a little pack on the front here, just like that. To put the food there that's really easily accessible, or have like, okay, my first pouch is gonna be right here. It's gonna have my first applesauce or whatever it is. Just make sure that you have it easily and quickly accessible for when you're starting. Now, speaking of the peloton, here is number 4. So being in a group makes all the difference, especially on a long ride. They say it can save you up to 20 to 30% in your effort. So for me, it was really important that I spoke up and teamed up with people. So about mile 30 to 40, somewhere in there, I was able to team up with someone, found them and followed them for most of the ride. And then at mile 70, when we stopped for lunch, or mile 100, I don't remember anymore, I specifically, I was like, hey, let's team up, let's go together. And that was really helpful. Number 5 is gonna be bike bags. These came in really handy. Not everyone had them, and you don't need them. Almost everybody had this rear bag, and I'm gonna keep this on my bike. I might make it a little bit smaller, but this is where your spare tubes, a tire patch, the actual tool to change the tire, your air inflation, whatever you have for that. And you know, if there's something else that you wanted to pack there as well. So everybody had that, and then a few of us had this, just goes on the front part of your frame. And this was really handy for me because I packed all of my food, and so I just needed extra storage. So I was able to put some more gels and stuff in here, which was really useful, as well as the pack. And again, this is pretty easily accessible, just right in front of you, so it's pretty good too. The one thing I would say is you need to make sure that you test this ahead of time. I'm running a pretty cheap bike, and so I have, or an old bike I should say, so I have external cables. So as I wrap this around, it kind of messed up my shifting a little bit, so I had to play with that, you know, through it, but that didn't play a huge role, but make sure that it works, test it before you bring it out on the course. Number 6 is gonna be to bring your own snacks and some Pepto-Bismol or something similar to that. You never know what the aid stations are gonna have, what the stops are gonna be, and if it's something that you haven't trained with before. They obviously have gels there and other things, but it's something I wasn't used to, didn't wanna risk that for my stomach. So I brought all of my own snacks, which again is why I had the extra bag up here. Now the Pepto-Bismol, again, it was mile, I don't know, 100, 120, somewhere in there. My stomach just shut off. Like, I needed more fuel, but I couldn't really consume any more fuel. So as I was eating, I was like, I need to take some Pepto or something's gonna go awry. So that was really handy, and I just leave that in my back bag here. And again, it just lives there, really easy, handy to have. So I would definitely pack some for your next long ride. Number 7, so the Peloton. At the beginning, you're gonna be in the Peloton. Everybody starts as a group. Everyone's really excited. You know, everyone's going fast and fast. That's where you need to be really careful. About a mile or 2 in, we almost had someone take out half the pack. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but their foot slipped off the pedal and they just swung all the way off to the left. Nearly took all of us with them. And so just be very vigilant, be aware as you're starting the race. Everyone's excited, a little jittery. So as you're in the beginning peloton, stay safe. Now, number 8 is a really great one. It's that you could do it on a budget. This was a $425 bike off of Facebook Marketplace. As I mentioned, I have Rock Bros stuff, which is just a brand from Amazon, AliExpress. I'll link it if you care. You can do it on a budget. Nothing special about what I have. Obviously, you want the super nice carbon bikes, the electronic shifting, all of that fun gear, but you can still get out there and ride with the big dogs on just an inexpensive bike like this. It was a lot of fun. If you want to see the rest of the journey, we've got another 100 miler and a 200 miler planned for this year. So stick around for that. Thanks for watching.